And hello everyone, welcome back to another HTML tutorial. So this tutorial will be talking about lists, although I did want to show you something cool. You can create your own progress bar in HTML by just saying progress, give it a minimum value, a maximum value, and then where the progress bar should be. You can almost think of this as a percentage, because 0 or 35 of 100 is 35%. This is a percentage, just take note, but in a sense you can think of it like that. So if I were to make this 50, then as you can see now it's 50. And we can also increase this to, let's say, be 1000 and it starts at 90. Now let's say we make this 190, then as you can see it will be there because it starts at 90, we made it 190. So yeah, that's something interesting you might want to take note of. Not really very big topics, so I'm not going to cover it too much. So, in this video we're going to be talking about lists. There are three types of lists I'm going to be talking about. The ordered list, the unordered list, and the details list. Let's start with unordered lists. They are the most simple of the bunch. UL, meaning unordered list. Now this basically contains a list. So if we were to say li inside of this, which means unordered list and then list item, that's what that means. L for list and then I for items. Then here we can say, for example, what's my favorite candy? And we could say lollipop. And as we save, we get one list item with a little dot there. Then here we could do something and let's say add another candy. I don't really eat sweets, so this is difficult. Cookies. And you see there, I do love my cookies, so let's move them up just because. Anyhow, so yeah, this is just a basic list. You can have as many of them as you want, and as you can see, they'll add the lists underneath each other with these little there. Now, a nice thing about unordered lists are that you can kind of style them. For example, this is more something you'll notice in CSS, but you can do this if you wanted to. By going style is equal to, and here we can say list style type. And then let's say we say disk. Disk is of course what we see here, that's the little circle, that's a disk. Then we can say circle, which is basically the same, but it's not filled. So it's a circle, but it's an empty circle. So it's white on the inside and with a black stroke here around it. We also have square, and this will just make it a square. So it's up to you what you think looks the best and feels the best. But take note, you can also have lists within lists, before I forget to mention that. Let's say we have a list here. Now inside of this list we'll have a UL, and inside of this list we have another list item. And here we can maybe specify our favorite foods. Pizza. And bread, I guess. As you can see, we have a list inside of a list. Let's just remove this, so there. As you can see, now it's this list, and then it starts with something extra. You can also specify something. For example, here you can say foods, and now it looks like that, which I think is pretty neat. Okay, now that's pretty cool. Now let's talk about ordered lists. Now they're very similar to unordered lists, with the only difference really being that they have been numbered. So ordered list, OL for ordered list, and then the same with a normal list, we have an LI tag. And here we can say steps you should do when installing Linux. So we start out by Googling the distro. So Google distro. Okay. Then we download the OS. And then after we download the OS, we install it. So install. Boom. So first, Google the distro. Second, download the operating system. And in 3, install the operating system. Simple as that. Now with this you can also have like lists within lists. For example, here you can say more steps, and then whoa, And in here we can just create an ordered list. And here we can specify whatever. And you can see now there's more steps. You can also make this an unordered list. So you can specify unordered lists and ordered lists within unordered and ordered lists. So if this was unordered, you could make this an ordered list. So it's up to you what you do. But yeah. So you can have an unordered list inside of an ordered list, and you can have an ordered list inside of an unordered list. We can also specify the types here. So instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, we can do something such as type. So here if we say 1, which is the default, it basically just counts. I want a reword to make this 2. Let's start from 2. Nope. A number basically just means it will use a number here. Then we also have something like A for uppercase letters. So A, B, C. So this has to be an uppercase A, because a lowercase a will specify lowercase letters. We also have L. We also have capital I mean, for Roman numerals. So of course, the more you add here, the more this will go Roman, you know. And then of course we have a lowercase I, which will just specify lowercase Roman numerals. If you were to specify the number, so let's say if we were to remove this type here, then we get that, you might want to start from a specific number. So then we can say start, and we can make that, let's say 60. That starts at 60. So that's ordered lists. This is basically used kind of to describe something. So DL for description list. And we can say DT, this could be like the name we want to specify here. So Java script. And then let's say DD. DD will basically describe it. So DT is, so the description term, that's what the T is for, term. DD is the description. So in case a description list, description term, and then description. And in here we can specify a cool programming language. And now we have this, JavaScript, a cool programming language. And of course we can have more here. So let's just go like this. And see, we can have more. Then here we can maybe say something like HTML. Create web page. There you go. As simple as that. Now there is an alternative to this. So let's say you might be giving yourself some flashcards. So instead of having this right here, you might want to hide this description here. Well, to do that, you have something called a details tag. Then here we can have a summary, which is basically the same as this DT here. So let's say JavaScript. And then you have a P tag, which will basically be the same as this DD tag here. So I'm going to copy that, paste that there. Now this isn't necessarily a list, so you'll have to, if you want more, you'll have to copy and paste these details. And in here you could specify, let's say HTML, and then yet again, design web page. Boom. Now we have this. If we click on that little play button, we can see a cool programming language. Click it again and it will be hidden. Same with HTML. So it's very similar to the description list. Difference is this isn't a list, but it was so similar to a description list, I decided, what the heck, why not explain it as well. So that's the basics of lists in HTML. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all again in the next HTML tutorial.